Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about my e-reading journey from where I started with e-readers up until now, because I just got a new Kindle that I'm really excited to introduce to you and talk about in this video what I'm excited for in this Kindle. And then I will do a review probably in another month or so after I get used to all of the features that this new Kindle has. So my first e-reader was probably around 9th grade, like 2009-ish, with a Nook, which was Barnes & Noble's e-reader, and they still have one. I don't really frequent Barnes & Noble as much as I would like to. I would love to be there, but I don't know. We just ended up switching to Kindles at some point. Yeah, so I loved my Nook. I had a whole bunch of books on my Nook. Every single birthday I would get Barnes & Noble gift cards and I would buy books for my Nook, and I loved it. I used to bring it to school. I loved it. And that was an e-ink type reader, I believe. I can't remember 100%, but I did really enjoy the ownership of my Nook and having the freedom to carry around a bunch of books instead of one at a time. And then I think my mom bought a very, very old Kindle, like secondhand from somebody that we knew, for my brother, but he ended up not using it and I used it. And I think she used it too. It was kind of like the family Kindle. We all used it. We read off of it. It wasn't mine though. I was still using my Nook pretty regularly. And then I switched to reading Kindle books because my mom had joined the e-reading circle and was purchasing books on Kindle, and I started using my iPod Touch to read Kindle books and a web reader as well on my laptop. That was like the beginning of college, like 2013. I can remember very clearly laying in my freshman dorm reading a book on my iPod Touch because I was crying over the book. That's why I remember it. I cry over a lot of books though, so it's fine. Anyway, then after that, I believe I bought my first Kindle Paperwhite sometime around 2017, 2018. And I also bought a newer Nook because I had books from Nook. I didn't know how to convert, so I had a Kindle and a Nook, and I still used them both. I still love them both. But I kind of started leaning towards Kindle more because my mom and I were reading a lot of things at the same time together. And then I had a Kindle Fire at some point. I didn't love it because it was more of a tablet than anything. And what I like about the Paperwhites and the Nook that I had are that they were e-ink, so they weren't another screen that I would be staring at all day, which is all I ever did for my jobs and school and things like that. So it was nice. It was almost like having a book, but not. And then I upgraded my Paperwhite to a newer version because that one had died. And then I gave that Paperwhite to a friend when I was upgrading to an Oasis. I loved my Kindle Oasis. It was like the perfect screen size, and I loved the page turning buttons. But eventually that one just got kind of too big for me, which is crazy for me to say because how could it be too big? It didn't fit in my purse. That's why it was too big. So then I upgraded myself last year to a Kindle Basic. I love it. I did finish this book already, but it hasn't closed out. I love my Basic Kindle. She's tiny. I haven't finished decorating her yet, but I'm working on it. It literally, I have small hands, but I can hold it with one hand without a pop socket. But I do have a pop socket for when I want it or need it. And this is my quote-unquote purse Kindle. It's the one that I take with me everywhere. It goes in my bag all the time. I always have it with me just in case, I have time to read wherever I'm going, waiting in a doctor's office, or, I showed up too early to something. I get to sit in my car and read a little bit. But then 2 weeks ago was Prime Day, and I had my eye on this Kindle since it came out last year, which is the Kindle Colorsoft. And this Prime Day, it was on such a good sale that I could not pass it up. So I got myself a little Kindle Colorsoft, and I really, really, really do like her. She's a little bit bigger. As you can see, I'll hold them next to each other. This is going to be my reading at home, and all my rereads are going to be done on here because the Kindle Color Soft obviously it has color, as you can see. You can see it has color. You can see all of your covers in color, but I really like the idea of doing all my rereads and everything on it because I really want to get into annotating my books, and the Kindle Color Soft allows you to highlight in different colors, which I'm going to get into there. I promise I will. I just haven't yet. And also I enjoy the idea of doing my rereads on there because I read a lot of fantasy and there are a lot of maps in fantasy books, and you can zoom on the maps, which is unique. I haven't been able to do that on any other e-reader yet, so I think that is just, it's going to be a game changer for me. I did get this cute new pop socket. It's a little tarot card. I love it. I'm excited to do more reading on this Kindle so that I can do more highlighting and annotating and actually understand the where of what I'm reading in the maps of those worlds. And yeah, that'll be really exciting for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any recommendations or things you love or hate about Kindles or any questions about Kindles, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to try to help to the best of my ability. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you next time.